Okay, welcome back to Mabee Arena, the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University, as the guys tonight get ready to take on the Halstead Dragons. Won't be for a championship tonight. The Lions are 1-1. Halstead's 2-0. Well, if we beat them, I don't know. They're kind of getting a tiebreaker there, I guess. But overall in the series, this is the 12th game. Minneapolis leads the series 7 wins to 4 losses. On the neutral court, we're 5 wins to 2 losses. Minneapolis has won the last 3 games we've played. Halstead last won on December 4th, 2012 at Halstead, 70-44, and Scott and I were there for that, if I remember right. Unfortunately, decisive win for the Halstead Dragons. Last night, Halstead beat Bennington by a score of 64-46, according to the stats I saw online. That's rather surprised me, Scott, to see that big a win, because they only beat Solomon by 14 or 16 points, I think. So I was real amazed to see that spread of their win over Bennington. Some things about the Halstead Dragons: there are no seniors on their squad. Big junior class. A few sophomores and a few freshmen spread in, but no seniors. And goodness, you go years and years and years, you don't see a 6'9", 6'10" kid in competition against you. And Tuesday night we had Juneman, 6'9", from Bennington. Tonight it's the 6'10" Wyatt Siebel, a junior, for Halstead. Last time we played against kid 6'9" was the youngest Pruitt kid out of Beloit. That was way back in the early 2000s.
I think Pruitt is a little bit more athletic, even though I haven't
no doubt.
seen him play yet. So it looks like we're gonna have the national anthem here in just a second.
And the flag is over there. Okay.
And to this, the final night of the 2016 Tri-County Classic. Tonight's boys game brings together the Minneapolis Lions and the Halstead Dragons. Halstead will serve as home team tonight, and Minneapolis will be visitors. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you rise and honor America with our national anthem.
Welcome back to Halstead, Kansas. What I was just saying is, the 6'4" or 6'10" guy, he's big, but he doesn't look like he's come into his full potential
No,
yet.
I'm sure he hasn't. And you're right, he's probably not the athlete that was it Jacob Pruitt was.
Yeah.
But still, just to come into that kind of height.
Oh yeah. So for Minneapolis, Lane Sanders, a sophomore, Andrew O'Brien. For Minneapolis, a junior, Trent Brubaker. a sophomore, another sophomore, number 5, Braden Gerber, another sophomore starting for them. For Minneapolis, a junior. And 21, Trayvon Thomas. For Halstead, number 11, Baylor Bowling, a junior. For Minneapolis, 6'4" senior, Jace McKinney. And for Halstead, number 12, a junior, Dalton Kraus. And for Minneapolis, sophomore, Caden McCulloch. And for Kaysen O'Neill, another junior for Halstead. So,
and they start a very small lineup. Good grief.
Yeah.
They must be very cat-quick, aggressive, and good shooters. Much like we saw out of Bennington Tuesday night. And then to spank Bennington like they did. Goodness gracious. Well, let's hope we play with the intensity the whole game that we did in the second half last night against Solomon. And you were right about apparently the 6'10" guy isn't a great athlete because he's not starting.
No. He's a huge presence, but so yeah. So Minneapolis in their traveling blue, Halstead in their home white, as Halstead is the home team here at Kansas Wesleyan University Mabee Arena.
The Lions coming off a great come-from-behind win last night. They were down 17 points at least, maybe 18 in the third quarter. Drew back to within 2 and then won it in overtime.
Thomas to jump. Tip is up, and Halstead will, actually it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Minneapolis basketball. So Trent Brubaker will inbounds to set this one up. McCulloch with the basketball. McCulloch kicks it back out to Lane Sanders. Lane back out to McCulloch. McCulloch will move it around, sets this one up. This goes left to right, back to top to Key. Gets it backward to Brubaker. Brubaker looks down low, has nothing, gets it back to the top to Sanders. Sanders high screen into
nice shot by McKinney.
McKinney, and he gets a nice little shot. Finally opens with the bucket. That's a good sign to start with. 2-0 early here. Halstead with the basketball into the hands of Kraus. Kraus back to the top. Swing pass back over the outside to O'Brien. O'Brien moves the ball nicely back in the corner. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Minneapolis into the hands of McCulloch. McCulloch pushes it hard up to the right-hand side. Down low to Thomas. Thomas in the paint. Back out to McKinney. McKinney shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Halstead, and it's going to be tied. It's going to be a foul. Closely tied up, but it's going to be whistled with a foul on Lane Sanders. Halstead will set it up. O'Brien with the basketball. Back over it goes to Bowling. Bowling, swing pass back on the outside. Back to O'Brien. O'Brien back to Bowling. Bowling to O'Brien. So they pull it out, gets it in the hands of O'Neill. O'Neill on the right-hand side. As they set it back up. O'Brien with the basketball. They will work it around. Shot is up and good by O'Brien for 3.
Pretty unorthodox looking shot for a 3, but it counts.
McCulloch with the basketball. McCulloch gets it in the hands of Brubaker. Brubaker, as they working around, drives in nicely. Shot up no good, but rebound and put back up. Oh, can't get it to fall is McKinney. That was in and then out. Back to the direction it goes. Back to another three-pointer, and it's good by O'Brien. So that is an answer right there as to why they may be so quick to shoot.
Thomas with a foul. Trying to create some separation. 6-2, Halstead.
Sanders comes out. Derek Pichel comes in. Derek had a great game, I thought, last night, Dale.
Yes, he did.
Sophomore did a great job of coming in and playing some tough minutes.
Got a crucial three-pointer when we needed it, too.
O'Brien with the basketball. Gets it in the hands of another three. Oh, my goodness. Misses it. Rebounded by Halstead. It's back in the hands of Gerber. And another foul by Minneapolis. This one on Brubaker.
Foul starts number 12, Trent Brubaker.
His first personal.
This guy that's stroking the threes is a sophomore.
Yeah, I know. O'Brien with the basketball. As they work it around. Gets it down low. And stolen away by Brubaker. Back the other direction. McCulloch with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. Gets back to McKinney. McKinney will take the three. Well off the mark. Rebounded by Halstead. Back the other direction into the hands. Goes down low. And that's a travel.
Or foul.
Nope, travel. They called a foul on that. I was going to be a little bit upset. Cooper Berry checks in for Trayvon Thomas. Halstead gets in number 10.
And they're going to put the full court press on.
Number 10 isn't even in the books here.
Well, I didn't know. It's Caden Krause, freshman,
Thank you.
5'8".
Kraus.
The K. Caden and Krause, both with the K.
The freshman. We've got a couple. Well, one freshman suited up tonight. But McCulloch with the basketball on the outside. Rolls around, gets it down low. McKinney. And there's going to be a foul
on three.
Had a nice little turnaround shot by McKinney, but it does not count. And there's a foul the other direction as McKinney just powers his way right through, and he's going to be whistled with a foul. Fourth team foul.
One on the Dragons.
Brian with the basketball. Gets it back out in the corner. Down low. Good hustle there by Brubaker. Sanders checks in for Brubaker. Have we get it in? Wide open is O'Brien. It's off the mark. Rebounded by McCulloch. McCulloch gets it up to Sanders. Sanders.
Oh.
And he's going to travel with it. Back the other direction it goes.
3:58 remaining in the quarter. Score is still 6-2.
Trayvon Thomas getting ready to check back in. O'Brien with the basketball for the Dragons. They get it down low. Pulls it back out. Gets it to the outside. Shot is up and good, and it counts as number 5, another sophomore, Braden Gerber, takes it in the paint and gets it to fall.
McCulloch with the foul.
Trayvon Thomas checks back in. 8-2 here. 3:41 left to go.
5 fouls on the Lions.
Checking in also is number 23. Casey O'Neill checks back in. Shot is up, and it's good as he makes the and one. Full court press picked up once again. McCulloch with the basketball. Shot in the lane, can't get the ball. And ball still on the ground. Oh, somehow Halstead comes away with that one. back in the hands of Caden Kraus. Kraus back, goes to the outside to Dalton Kraus. What do you want to bet they're related?
Mm-hmm.
So, as they work it around.
Same class, so they're either cousins or brothers, one of the two.
No, Caden.
Charging. Aren't they the same class?
No, one's a junior and one's a freshman. I'll check that here in a second. Foul is on number 12. Dalton
Oh,
Kraus.
yeah, junior and a freshman.
Yeah. As you said that Caden came in, he's a freshman. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Still probably brothers or cousins. Oh, no. They
Turnover
steal
back
it
the other
away.
direction. Shot is up, no good, and
White ball out. What happened?
Trayvon Thomas whistled with a foul. And I did not see that at all.
I didn't either. I didn't necessarily see another body there. Maybe that's why. Maybe he shoved it away. Second foul on Trayvon. Sixth team foul. Another Lion foul.
Oh, wow.
Brubaker with a foul.
His second personal. Wow. Caden Kraus will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1.
It's the first to fall.
10 or 11 to 2. Or
Yep.
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
And he makes them both.
We opened with a 2-point lead and have been outscored 11-zip.
Well, they have been awfully nitpicky on us on fouls.
Yes, they have.
7 to 2, we lead that category. Brubaker with the basketball on the top to set this up. Brubaker back to Sanders. Sanders in the corner of Hunter Allison. Hunter Allison gets a download of Brubaker. And up and good is Gerber. And Minneapolis calls a timeout. So
30-second timeout with 2:18 remaining. 13 to 2 the score. A 13-0 run by the Dragons here.
yeah, big run right there by the Dragons as they have the lead.
Need another pencil?
Yeah.
I got more over here that are sharp.
Okay.
Sharper than those.
Thank you. So 30-second timeout called. Minneapolis will have the ball here. 13 to 2 though. Dale, 2:18 left to go in the first quarter. It's been all Halstead since we took the early lead.
Didn't help matters. We couldn't hit shots after we started, and then the fouling on top of that.
Yep. Sanders down low to McKinney, and McKinney gets the bucket. 13 to 4, Minneapolis back in. Back shot goes back to the outside. It goes to Gerber. Gerber back to O'Brien. O'Brien gets backcourt here to Kraus. Swing pass backward to Bowling. Bowling down low to Kraus. Back to top it goes as they work it around. Minneapolis with a tight defense. Halstead fighting hard. They get the rebound. O'Brien takes a shot up and no good. Rebounded by McKinney. McKinney, back it goes to Brubaker. Brubaker will bring it down on the right-hand side. Brubaker back to down low. Hunter Allison up. Oh, can't get the fall. And he'll get fouled and go to the line. Nice pass and a great near finish by Hunter Allison.
Go to the line for two.
Gerber's with his first personal foul. Hunter Allison at the line. And he gets the first one to fall. Nice job, Hunter. Is that, no, he had a point the other night, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Derek Peschel checks back in. Hunter's second one is up and good as he makes them both. Nice job by Hunter Allison. Another one of those sophomores for the Lions. O'Brien with the basketball on the outside. Nice defense there by Derek Peschel. And pass back it goes.
Travel.
Turnover back to Minneapolis.
Did Mr. O'Brien, the 6'1" sophomore.
McCulloch with the basketball, crosses over, gets to the top. Goes back the other direction, down low, and tipped out of bounds off of Halstead. The Minneapolis basketball underneath the basket.
Couple subs coming in for Halstead.
Checking in is Bowling as well as O'Neal. Checks back in. Three-point shot off the mark by Lane Sanders. Back the other direction it goes. And another turnover back against Halstead. Well, Dale, if we could hit some shots.
Oh yeah, we'd be right in this game.
We'd be right in this ball game. Halstead's kind of having some issues. So
33.7 seconds left in the quarter. We could still draw pretty close here.
Caden McCulloch with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. And nearly stolen away, kept alive by McKinney. Back to McCulloch.
15 seconds.
And I'm not sure what they just called there, Dale.
Foul. Got to be a foul. Or last touch by Halstead going out of bounds, I guess. No foul.
Sanders to inbounds.
6 seconds.
Gosh darn it. Nearly a nice job by Caden McCulloch to go to the baseline and just darn near had it. Would have been the and one. McCulloch will shoot two here. And he makes the first one. Foul was on number 23, O'Neal, Kaysen O'Neal, his first. Second shot is up and good as McCulloch hits them both. Derek Peschel checks back in for Lane Sanders. 3.2 seconds left. And Derek Friel also checks in. Three-point shot
way
off the
short.
mark. And so at the end of the first quarter, Halstead had a 13-2 lead at one point. Minneapolis crawls back into it, 13-8.
We go on a 6-0 run to end the quarter.
We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Mabee Arena, Kansas Wesleyan University. Halstead has the basketball here at the start of the second quarter with a 13-8 lead. O'Brien with the basketball, kicks it backward to Gerber. Gerber will work it around, gets it back to O'Brien. O'Brien will set it up, rolls, gets it backward here to Bowling. Bowling back to Kraus. Kraus back to O'Brien. A young squad for Halstead. Shot is up and good by the freshman Kraus, and he drains a three, Dale.
They're not afraid to shoot. And have skills to back it up.
16-8, back to Lane Sanders. Lane, shot is up and no good. He's fouled though. Foul is on number 11, Bowling. folks in Halstead have got to be pretty happy about what may be coming for them.
Oh, yeah, good grief. Double dribble, called.
Turnover on Minneapolis. On the outside, it goes into the hands of O'Brien. O'Brien to set this up, gets it back over here to Bowling. Bowling, swing pass over to O'Brien, down low. Gets it back out, another three-pointer up, and it's good this time by Bowling.
3 different kids have hit him, at least.
Yep. McCulloch with the basketball. McCulloch up, down low. Cooper Berry.
Rebound and is fouled. This Armstrong, Andrew O'Brien, excuse me, the number 3, he reminds me an awful lot of Tyrell Reed. Was that his name for Burlington?
Okay. Yep.
Back years ago. That ended up going on to play at KU. I don't know that he's quite the player that Reed was, but his physique and what he's doing is somewhat similar. Minneapolis foul.
Moving screen, I believe. Yep. Got McKinney. McKinney with the foul, and that's going to be number 2 on McKinney.
6:36 remaining.
Ball goes on the outside into the hands of Gerber. Gerber over to O'Brien. O'Brien down low as they work it around. And there's going to be a turnover. Oh, wow. Good hustle there.
Good hustle to rescue that. They traveled there.
So Halstead moved the ball well, but they get the turnover.
19-8 Halstead, 6 minutes to go in the second.
And McCulloch with the basketball. And a steal at the top, back the other direction. And layup is good. We've yet to score here in the quarter. So Gerber with the bucket, the steal, and the basket the other direction. Minneapolis is scoreless so far here in the second quarter as Halstead's gone on a 8-0 run.
8-0 run. We'll be right back. All right, we're back.
Welcome back to Kansas Wesleyan University. Trent Brubaker with the basketball, but we've got a 13-point deficit here. Brubaker works the right-hand side, back to McCulloch. McCulloch looks down low, goes down low to Trayvon Thomas. And
Swatted away from
away.
behind by 23, Kason O'Neal, a 6'2" junior.
We go with a little smaller lineup here. And it's up and good by Thomas. Nice job by Minneapolis to get the look on the inbounds, and Trayvon puts it in. Swing pass back on the outside. It goes down low to Gerber. Gerber, wow, we just let him go. Nothing even close on that. Gerber puts it in. McCulloch with the basketball. Back to Brubaker. Brubaker to set this up. Brubaker drives back around. Peschel. And it's stolen away back the other direction by Kraus. Oh,
nice
great hand by Trayvon Thomas. And he gets the block. Nice job by Trayvon to show his speed back the other direction. Halstead will get it in as they work it around. Kicks it back out into the hands of excuse me, Kraus. Bowling now. Back it goes to O'Neill as they work it around. Bowling with the basketball. Kicks it back out to Kraus. Kraus gets it back out to set this up in the hands of O'Neill. O'Neill as they work it around. Back it goes into the hands of Gerber to set this up. Halstead content to really work some clock here. And doing a nice job of it.
Why not?
Gerber on the outside. Oh, stealing away by Trayvon Thomas. Back the other direction. And he can't get the layup.
He went to the left to avoid a charge. Couldn't adjust the ball.
And lays it in the other direction is Gerber. His 10th point of the night, Dale. McCulloch down low to Thomas. Great pass by McCulloch. Great finish by Trayvon. Caden's passing this year has gotten so much better, if you notice from last year. Nice job by Caden McCulloch. 25-12. Great finish by Trayvon. Derry Pichel with some tight defense there. It was a close 5 right there. No call, goes back around O'Neill. Swing pass to Gerber. Back to, and it's up and good by
11.
Bowling, and he hits his second 3 of the night. Hunter Allison down low to Thomas. Can't get it to fall. Timeout called by Halstead.
Full timeout.
2:56 to go in the half. 28-12. We scored 4 points.
Yep, we scored 4 points.
They scored
15.
15. We'll be back.
Welcome back to Maybe Arena here at the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University here in Salina, Kansas, as Halstead Dragons with the 16-point lead here, 28-12.
They put in their 6'10", number 44, Wyatt Siebel.
2:55 left to go here in the first half. They work it around in the hands of Kraus. Kraus back to Gerber. Gerber in the corner. And they steal it away. Nice job by Minneapolis to force the turnover. Back the other direction. Caden McCulloch will take the 3. Up, no good. Rebounded by the big guy. They will work it around. He gets it back to top. Down low.
Come on. Shoving McKinney in the back. It's ticky-tack because they were calling the fouls on us at times.
They work it around. Gerber, swing pass back over.
There they got him.
There they go. So.
Applying the forearm shiver.
Well, they had missed it earlier because he was doing it.
Well, before it wasn't forearm, it was 2 hands. Gee whiz. Very blatant. And they're taking him out.
McCulloch with the basketball, backward to Sanders, backward to Pichel. Pichel back to Sanders. Sanders back to McCulloch. Back to Sanders, into McKinney. McKinney shot up and good. Nice shot by McKinney. 28-14. As we work it around, or Halstead works it around. Back to top, it goes to Kraus. Kraus with the basketball. Kraus will drive, posts it back up, gets it back in the hands. And he's nearly had the ball stealed away. And timeout's going to be called by Halstead.
They didn't like the way the ball flow was going or something there.
Halstead coach just broke his clipboard. So He wasn't happy about something, so we got a broken clipboard on the ground there. So
We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back.
Welcome back to Halstead. Minneapolis game here in Salina has Gerber with the basketball. Gerber gets it into the hands of, O'Neal. O'Neal back over. It goes to Bowling. Bowling, they work it around. As Halstead working the ball around quite nicely here. 40 seconds left to go in the half. Oh, in the first time is Josh Talbert, another young player on this team for Halstead. He is a junior. He's another junior, I should say. So, ball goes around. Talbert with the ball at the top of the key. 23 seconds left. As they work it over. Gets it back in the hands of Gerber. Gerber back on the outside. Talbot back to Gerber. 10 seconds left. Hunter Allison with the near steal. Nice job by Hunter. Talbot with the shot, no good. Rebound by Cooperberry. And McCulloch will not get the shot off. So at the end of the first half, Halstead with the lead, 28-14.
Well, we'll see if we got another comeback in us.
Well, it was we were down by 15, I believe, last night at the half. Well, not quite, 28-15. So it was a 13-point deficit last night. So.
And then they came out and hit 2 trays.
Yeah.
Which got it up to 17, or more than that. Anyway, we'll be back shortly.
Welcome back to Salina, Kansas, Maybe Arena here on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University as the Minneapolis Lions trail at the half 28-14 as Minneapolis had, at the end of the first quarter, was down 13-8, but Halstead had took a commanding lead in the second quarter with a big quarter. So Minneapolis trailing at the end of the first half, 28-14. We'll see what we can do as we did last night against Solomon coming back in this third quarter. So for the Halstead Dragons, scoring-wise, freshman Caden Krause with 5 points. Andrew O'Brien, I believe, is a sophomore with 6 points. And a sophomore. And then Braden Gruber, a junior, a sophomore with 11 points. And then Baylor Bowling, a junior with 6 points. They were 3 for 3 from the free throw line. They had 8 turnovers, 5 3-pointers, Dale.
Well, and Mr. O'Brien started out with a couple, but he's been silent ever since. But 2 or 3 other guys hit. So they can spread the wealth around there.
Yeah. Well, they played 9 kids. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 9 kids they played, and really even minutes. It's they moved it around quite well. So for Minneapolis, Hunter Allison with 2, both free throws. Caden McCulloch with 2, both free throws. Trayvon Thomas with 4, and Jace McKinney with 6. We were 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
That's very good.
And no 3-pointers, and we had 6 total turnovers.
We pretty much were very inefficient at the free throw line last night. So it's good to see him start off differently than that tonight. Yeah. Well, let's see if we got a comeback in us.
Absolutely.
We'll be back. Okay, welcome back for second half action. The Lions have dug a hole. They need to climb out of it.
I'll tell you, Dale, I was very impressed last night how they fought back against Solomon. Granted, I think Halstead's a little bit better team than Solomon, but
no doubt
Minneapolis did fight their way all the way back into last night's ball game, and they managed to pull out a victory. Minneapolis is going to have to come out with that same intensity that they did last night here in the second half to try to get back in this. So Halstead, Minneapolis will have the ball to start the second half. Looks like about the same starting lineups for both squads out there. As Sanders will inbound it to Brubaker. Brubaker, actually I was wrong. They do have, second half they started a freshman.
Steal it, 23. Oh, wow.
Yeah, no call. O'Neal gets the bucket. So they started a freshman over O'Brien. So O'Brien, I wonder if he got hurt or something. Because he's not been on the floor in quite a while.
McKinney to the basket. Well, he didn't act like he was hurt in the warm-ups.
Yeah. Bowling with the foul, his second. McKinney at the line. Shot is up, and it's no good. Second shot is up, and it's I can't get either one of them to fall. Trayvon Thomas came out with it, but he loses it back to the direction. Ball goes on the right-hand side into the hands of Bowling. Bowling picks it up, gets it back to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Kraus. Kraus with the basketball. As he'll work it around. Gets it back in the corner into the hands of Dalton Kraus. Good defense by Brubaker as they work it around. Gerber to Kraus for three. No good. Rebounded by Brubaker. Brubaker up to Peschel. Peschel takes the shot up, and it's good by McCulloch as he hits it. Caden McCulloch with his first field goal tonight.
30-16 the score.
Ball in the hands of Halstead as they working around. Another three-pointer by Kraus, and that one's good.
And that's the freshman.
That's the freshman, yep. Caden McCulloch throws the ball away as they try to go down low. Goes back the other direction. And foul's going to be on Trayvon Thomas. Yep. His third. Cooper Berry checks in for Trayvon. Actually wrong, Jace McKinney comes out, Trayvon stays in. Ball goes into the top to Gerber. Gerber back as he'll work around as he gets it back into O'Brien. O'Brien's back in the ball game. O'Brien gets it back over here on the outside to Dalton Kraus. Nice pass down low.
They work the ball well. It's a thing of beauty to watch them work that ball.
Yeah. And a near turnover. It is turned over. Back it goes. And Gerber finishes it.
Full timeout. Minneapolis trailing 37-16 here. 5:27 to go in the third. We'll be back. Welcome back here to 5:27 to go in the third. And the Dragons continue to roll along in points here.
Yeah, 9-2 run for them to start the third quarter. And they pick up
kind of reminiscent of the first quarter.
Yeah. Brubaker with the basketball. And he breaks around there. He'll take a shot at the free throw line, up and good. Nice job by Trent Brubaker as He gets his first points of the night. He'll work it around, gets it over in the hands of O'Brien. O'Brien back it goes as he works it around to Kraus. Kraus back to O'Brien for three, and he hits another one. His third three-pointer of the night. And checking in is Lane Sanders for.
He really starts that shot low.
Yeah.
I think it would be fairly easily blockable for somebody that was on him.
Yeah, mechanics-wise, it's not. Nice pass down low.
Fouled.
And he's fouled. McCulloch with a great pass, too. McKinney, you know, I said it earlier, Caden's passing this year is just so much better than last year. So, granted, another year under your belt on the varsity side, but he's done a nice job with his passing. First shot is free throws off the mark for McKinney. Second shot is up, and it's good as he makes one of two.
40-19.
Kraus with the basketball. Gets back out, it rolls. Oh, great pass down there and up and finishes it is Gerber. Another bucket for Halstead. In the pass, in the lane, up by Brubaker. Nice shot by Trent.
Good feed by Sanders.
As they will work around, Halstead gets it back.
Bradley. Tied up. Possession arrow to.
That's interesting.
Halstead.
I would not. The backside official called that deal.
Yep.
No way he could have seen that, and there was not. Minneapolis did not have a hand on that ball. If anything, Jace McKinney had his feet set and maybe would have caused a travel, but it stays with Halstead. That's why I'm up here and not on the floor officiating. Back it goes into the hands of Kraus, Dalton Kraus with the basketball. As he works it around to O'Brien, back it goes to O'Neal. O'Neal with the basketball. And nearly loses it, pulls it back out. It's a back over to Gerber. Gerber's leading all scores for Halstead. Nice pass. Could not finish it, was Halstead. Back it goes to Brubaker. Brubaker back to McKinney. Or excuse me, McCulloch. McCulloch, darn it.
Thought of dumping it down. In fact, I was his thought of dumping it down to Allison, who was not looking for it to come. He was going for a rebound. 21-point advantage here for the Dragons. Mr. Friel comes in for McCulloch. Derek Friel.
Derek, a very talented freshman, in my opinion.
Yes.
Back it goes in the hands of O'Brien. O'Brien gets it over to Gerber. Gerber to O'Brien. Another three. This one he finally misses. Hunter Allison comes away with it back to Lane Sanders. Lane. Derek Friel back to Brubaker. Brubaker. And a turnover back the other direction.
Tried to get to McKinney, but two white shirts are in the way.
Three-point shot up. No good.
Man, they're
Rebounded.
aggressive.
And off the mark, rebounded by.
We get called for a foul on the rebound attempt. You know, they aren't big. Scott.
No, they're not.
Height-wise or physicality, but they move well and they play smart. 5 count. Good defense.
That was
on
a
it.
very quick 5.
Yes.
I'm okay
I
with
would
that.
say it was about 3.5.
Yeah. I think that was a make-up call for the one official that blew the call beforehand, but oh well, that's okay. So. Who am I? Hunter Allison. Into Brubaker. Brubaker crosses the timeline. Back to McKinney. McKinney back to Allison. Allison back to Brubaker. Brubaker looks, he'll take the shot. It's up. Good.
Falls.
Nice job, Trent Brubaker.
It's a 3.
As he has his 7th point of the night. He didn't have any in the first half. As they work it around. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Derek Friel. Great job by Friel with the nice rebound. Back to Brubaker. Brubaker back to Hunter Allison. Back to Brubaker. Brubaker will work this around. Hunter with the basketball goes down low to McKinney, and it's good. Count it. Yes, nice job by Jace McKinney. A half a second later, it would have been a charge.
Yes, the defender was just not set yet.
Just wasn't set yet. So.
I was afraid that's what was going to get called anyway. But
and McKinney's over the line.
We have been doing a lot of that in the first 3 games.
Trayvon Thomas checks in.
I've seen that call at least 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Most of the times we miss anyway, but.
Ball on the outside, it goes to Gerber. Gerber back out to O'Brien. O'Brien as they work it around. And there's going to be a timeout by Halstead. So Halstead calls a timeout. 42-26 here. 1:29 left to go in the quarter. Third quarter, we'll be right back. You're listening to Eagle Communication Channel 20. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Maybe Arena here on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University here in Salina, Kansas. Dale Leach, myself, Scott Oshman, as we are in the last game of the Tri-County Classic. I think that's what we still calling it that.
Yep.
So, as Halstead will have the ball into the hands of Kraus. Kraus guarded tightly there by Brubaker. Gets it down low as they will work it around. He'll take the 3-pointer. It's short and rebounded by Brubaker. Nice job by Trent Brubaker. Gets it up, gets it in the hands of, he's going to walk with it.
Turned around and there was a white shirt right in front of him. Couldn't stop.
Halstead gets a couple different players in. On the floor for Minneapolis is Cooper Berry, Caden McCulloch, Trayvon Thomas, Lane Sanders, and Trent Brubaker. Halstead with the basketball. They work around the top to Kraus. Kraus to O'Neal, to Gerber. Gerber in the paint. Back out to Kraus. Kraus. Great hands by Lane Sanders. They work it back around. Halstead backs it back on the outside. As they work it back in the top of the key, it goes to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Kraus. 35 seconds left. Kraus with the basketball. Back it goes over to O'Brien. O'Brien back it goes. No good. Rebound by Trayvon Thomas. Back in the hands of McCulloch. McCulloch will push it down. 16 seconds left. Into, gosh darn, I can't get it, but there should be a foul there. So, Trayvon Thomas had a great feed, just couldn't finish it. Foul is on Caden Kraus. His second.
10.6 seconds left in the quarter.
McCulloch to inbounds.
Another foul.
Another foul. This one on Bowling. His third personal. Checking
5
in
team fouls on the Dragons.
is McKinney.
2 for the Lions.
9.4 seconds left here. Collect inbounds.
Foul on number 3.
Wow, sir. That's interesting. O'Brien, now they've had 3 fouls on this. That's really interesting.
Yes.
So
the ticky-tack is going the other way.
So. McCulloch with the ball.
Oh, he traveled.
And he travels with it.
5.9 seconds remaining.
And 5.9 seconds left. Halstead will have a chance to get a shot off. Oh, wow. They go all the way in. Off the glass and good. Wow. Gerber gets his 17th point of the night right there as Halstead increases their lead.
44-26 in favor of the Dragons. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Maybe Arena here on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University as we get ready for fourth quarter action. Halstead with the commanding lead, 44-26. Dale, we did better in that quarter. Scored the most points that almost doubled our output, but still.
They kept right on
They
rolling.
kept right on goal, and they outscored us 16-12 in that quarter. Minneapolis will have it start here. Lane Sanders back to Brubaker. Back to McKinney. McKinney back to Thomas. Thomas back to McCulloch or Brubaker. Brubaker down low to McKinney in the paint. Lane Sanders back to Thomas. Thomas back to McKinney. McKinney back to Brubaker.
And that's not a foul?
Picked up by Minneapolis down low to Sanders. Sanders in the paint and good. Nice job. Nice job by Brubaker to see Sanders cherry picking down there. But hey, I'm glad he did. So O'Brien back in the hands of the Dragons. He'll set it up, gets it back. 3-point shot is up and it's no good. Rebounded out of bounds. Minneapolis basketball. Full court press is going to be picked up here.
Move it in.
30-second timeout.
And say, was that a timeout or a 5-second call? Could have been a 5-second call.
timeout.
Yeah. Coach bailed them out. 6:57 to go. We'll be back. We'll inbound. They'll go the full length of the court again.
They get into Brubaker. Brubaker as Halstead picks up a full court press. Halstead. Oh. And they tie it up.
And get
Nice defense by Bowling.
Get possession with the possession arrow.
Halstead picks it up quickly, gets it around. And they move it around. Kraus open for 3, and he drains it. That's Dalton Kraus. His first points of the night, and it's a 3-pointer.
5'10" junior.
Brubaker. 47-30. I think they Yeah. Back it goes down low. Pass into McKinney, and he misses it. Back it goes the other direction. Back it goes. Nice ball movement there by Halstead. Back it goes around. 6 minutes left to go in this ball game. 17-point lead for Halstead. As they work the ball around. Nice pass down low. Great finish by Halstead right there with O'Neal as he gets an easy bucket in the paint. Back it goes to McCulloch with the basketball. 5:36 left to go. And another steal. And the bucket by Gerber.
6-foot sophomore.
And he has been on fire tonight. He's just been aggressive, and it's been the key.
And another steal. And Sanders fouls to keep a breakaway from happening. We got fouls to give. Why not? That's just our third foul. Hunter Allison comes in, Friel and Pichel.
Yep.
For McCulloch, Thomas. Like I say, we got 6 guys out there. There goes Sanders.
Halstead with the basketball here. Up by 21. Hunter Allison with the defense right there. They work it around on the outside. They get it down low. Nice ball movement there. Stays with Halstead.
You can't find a whole lot wrong about what these Halstead kids have done.
Pichel with the steal, back the other direction. Back to Brubaker. Brubaker will set it up. Gosh, darn it, they have jumped I don't know how many passes and gotten breakaway layups. Another one right there. Ball goes back in the hands of Hunter Allison. Hunter Allison back as they work it around. 4:18 left to go in this ball game. Back to McKinney. McKinney will work it around. Picks up his dribble, gets it back to Brubaker. Brubaker back to Hunter Allison. I'll tell you, a good defense. They have done great on the defensive side. Derek Friel with the shot off the glass and good. Great pass there by Brubaker. Great backdoor pass first to start that. And Brubaker did a nice job of knowing he didn't have the shot and get it passed off. 53-32, 3:37 left to go. Derek Friel on the outside. As they work around into the hands of Talbert. Talbert. Well, they've only played their big guy like 2 minutes. 2 minutes, Dale.
If that long.
So.
Nice block by McKinney. And he bounces it off of McKinney. Does number 5, Brandon Gerber, 6-foot sophomore. How many points has that kid got, you say?
21 points.
21 points.
So checking in is McCulloch, Thomas, and Sanders. Staying on the floor is Pichel and Hunter Allison. So 2:54 left to go in the ball game here. Krause with the basketball. As they work it around. Krause on the outside. Another moving screen by Pitts, no call. They just have great ball movement, Dale. Nice job. Trayvon Thomas with the rebound, back to McCulloch. They just flow with the basketball so well. It's interesting to see.
It really is.
Back to Trayvon Thomas. Thomas back to Sanders.
Offensive foul.
Trayvon Thomas will pick up his 4th personal foul.
2:10 to go, 21-point advantage for the Dragons.
Halstead inbounds. Kraus to the basketball, 2:07:53 to 32. Halstead with the lead. They will work around. Nice job by McCulloch. Nearly gets the steal. It will stay with Halstead. They're working around. Nice pass down low. In the paint is Halstead, and it's tied up nicely there. Nice job by Derek Friel and Hunter Allison fighting hard, or Derek Peschel and Hunter Allison fighting hard down there. Should be Minneapolis basketball with the alternate possession.
The biggest kid that they've used tonight effectively is 6'2".
Yeah. I
got a few of those guys. 6 foot to 6'2", primarily their range.
Hunter Allison for 3. Rebound by Lane Sanders. Lane Sanders has it tied up. It will go back to Halstead. Checking in.
The 6'10" Wyatt Siebel.
As they were working around here. And a 3-pointer by Dalton Kraus. Extends their lead even further. 1:06 left to go in the ball game. As they work it up. Derek Peschel for 3, off the mark, but rebounded by Trayvon Thomas. Nice job by Thomas.
56-34 with 40 seconds remaining.
Seconds left. And it's going to go back the other direction.
Thomas with a nice steal, can't get the bucket. O'Brien with the rebound for the Dragons.
And they're just going to sit on it. The poor freshman is so close to getting in, he's not going to get in. You feel sorry for that kid over there on the sidelines. Didn't get in all night and didn't get in right there. So.
Well, this isn't the worst beating that Halstead's ever given us, but it's pretty close. 22-point win, 56-34 for a very good Halstead Dragon team over the Minneapolis Lions here, as the Halstead Dragons are the champions of this Tri-County Classic. We'll be right back with our wrap-up. So double championships tonight for Halstead, the girls and the boys.
Welcome back. Minneapolis comes up short tonight on both ends. Double champions for Halstead. For the boys action tonight, Halstead wins by a score of 56-34. Scoring by quarters, Halstead was up 13-8 at the end of the first quarter. They outscored us 15-6 in the second quarter to make it 28-14 at the halftime. Third quarter was probably our best quarter, but Halstead still outscored us 16-12, making the score 44-26. And then in the fourth quarter, single digits for us with 8 points. They had 12. Final score being 56-34. For Halstead scoring wise, a young squad here, Dale.
Just scary.
Yeah, it really is. Baylor Bowling was 6 points. He's a junior. Dalton Krause. Dalton Krause is a junior, had 6 points. Kaysen O'Neill is a junior, had 6 points. Andrew O'Brien, a sophomore, with 9 points. Caden Krause, a freshman, with 8 points. And Braden Gerber, a sophomore, with 21 points.
I mean, we're gonna watch these kids for, unfortunately, quite a while.
Yeah, exactly. So Minneapolis scoring wise for the Lions, Lane Sanders had 2 points. Derek Friel had 2 points. Hunter Allison had 2 points. Caden McCulloch had 4 points. Trent Brubaker had 7. Trayvon Thomas had 6. And leading the way was Jace McKinney with 9. Nobody in double digits for us. We were 5 for 9 total from the free throw line for the ball game. 1 for 5 in the second half. Halstead did not go to the free throw line in the second half.
And I'm glad you didn't keep stats on turnovers. We had a bunch.
Yeah, I didn't. I did in the first half, and I lost track in the second
We'd
half.
have had a bunch.
You know, Dale. I say we're young, but this Halstead team was younger.
Yeah, there's young, and then there's young with smarts. They act like apparently these kids have played together for a long time, and that's some good coaching. I mean, they just play very efficiently and well. To see this age range of kids move the ball like they're moving it, play defense like they're playing it, and they move the ball so well they just kept opening up those 3-point shots. Great defense. Young isn't always an excuse, is it?
No. No, it's not. I'm going to stop using that one too.
So congratulations to the Halstead Dragons. They're going to have a good season.
They are. Well, for myself, Scott Oshman.
And Dale Leach will be back next week.
Tuesday.
Some NCAA basketball action.
So, and maybe Mike might be with you back. Of course, during regular season, Dale, it's pretty hard for me. But I'll be here when I can.
Appreciate it.
And so hopefully Mike will be with you on Tuesday at home. So for myself, Scott Oshman.
And Dale Leach, good night.
And God bless.